8-car.
Get out of Honeycutt's way.
Oh, boy. Yeah, once you retaliate, they'll get you.
He will beat you and he will bang you and he'll say it's your fault.
John, what's up? How are you?
Oh, come on, baby girl, turn.
You kink shame
You
me.
didn't see that, Marty.
Oh, he's got a spotter? Dang, Wisdom's going hard in this race.
Oh. Oh, no, like it's gonna matter.
The
It's
lady
like
in black.
like a freaking dumbass. Hey.
Oh, Jose's ping is crazy.
California pain.
This is a special presentation of the Sim Racing Channel. Real racing, virtually.
Welcome aboard.
What's going on, guys? Hey, Repeat back with you on another Monday night. That means it's time for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series, and tonight it's from the Lady in Black. That's right, Darlington, the track that's too tough to tame in Darlington, South Carolina. And boys and girls, it is playoff time. Rock NASCAR already out there in the chat saying hello to the booth and best of luck to all drivers. Marty will actually have his eyes affixed on one driver and what's going to be best for the one and only Eliza Bethal all night long, her own personal spotter. How about that? But guys, you see that grid that's up across the top of the board as we're watching the end of qualifying here. That is everybody that's in purple out of these 35 guys that we're going to see out here tonight. Those are going to be all your playoff drivers. So you're going to want to pay a little extra close attention to those guys and gals, right, Eliza? But yeah, 150 laps, if I'm not mistaken, from this place, or 150 miles, I should say, from this place tonight. Qualifying is just about ready to kick off, so we're going to try to keep up with some of these guys the best that we possibly can. And as they start to come on out, I'll jump on board with them, and I'll go ahead and change up what we're seeing right now to the scoring pylon, so you know exactly where your favorite drivers are at as they work their way around this this egg-shaped, very tough track. Used to be a lot of people always said, nobody can get around here without getting the Darlington stripe. Or if you weren't racing the track right, if you weren't being aggressive enough, more than likely you didn't get a stripe. So you really got to do what you can, and we're gonna see how these guys do all night long. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm definitely glad that all of y'all are here with me again. All right, we're going to go ahead and clear that out. I'm going to bring the tower back up one more time. There we go. So I mentioned before, 35 cars going to be on track tonight to try to go ahead and get this done. We see the 54 Yahoo machine's going to come across the line. And on the opposite side, looks like only a 5-minute qualifying session. So we're gonna miss some, but we'll catch some others. All right, so 54 coming off 4, heading to the start stripe, and it looks like he will slate in 3rd. How about Tyler Dohar in this elite number 77? All right, so Dohar coming up to speed for his first time lap, doing the best that he can to keep it off the wall and carry as much momentum as possible. This is pretty much a one-groove racetrack. I mean, it's all about the high line here and what you can do with it. As you just see, Matt O'Brien went to the top of the qualifying boards. Justin Mons and old Mr. Cocker as well. Tom Harmon and Bethal. And as the 77 comes across the start stripe, he will be... Okay, not seeing Dohar up there. Wonder if he had an issue. All right, let's try the 50 of John Honeycutt back in this high-tech securities number 50 Chevrolet. Yeah, I just went back through one more time looking for Dohar's time, and I actually don't see it. That's kind of surprising. So O'Connor goes to P7. And how about John Honeycutt? He's going to have a pretty decent starting spot so far. He's going to start from the pole, possibly. How about Andrew Wisdom? Not going to look so good for Andrew Wisdom. How about the one and only James Holtzer in this number 69 EMGG Glitch Camaro? Just now, his first lap was good enough for 14th. Holtzer literally just made it into practice about 4 or 5 minutes ago. So as he goes down the backstretch, heading towards turns 3 and 4, this is going to be somewhat new for him. So if he's going to start mid-pack, you're going to want to look for him to work his way up through the field as the race goes on. Across the start stripe, Holtzer looks like he is going to jump to, or actually stay in 14th. All right. So Holtzer's going to start right about mid-pack. How about the other EMGG machine for Ryan Crooks in this number 25? Right now P16, and it looks like he's done. How about Jose Ruiz back here in this number 23 MJ Toyota? Old Jordan on the hood. All right, so Ruiz going to go ahead and try to make this lap the fastest, to get up there and try to contend with Honeycutt and O'Brien and Book inside the top 3. I'm going to guess he scraped the wall back there a little bit and was not able to get a great lap, so he went ahead and shut it down. All right, so it looks like so far only about 19 guys have taken time. Again, John Honeycutt, Matt O'Brien, Brendan Book, so far the fastest guys in Darlington, South Carolina, and that is going to be it for qualifying. Wow, so yeah, we're talking like almost little better than half the field did not qualify. I don't know if that's just jitters being here at South Carolina or what the deal is, but that's pretty interesting to say the least. So now these guys got a 2.5, almost 3 minute warm up to go on out, get one more chance at a last feel at the track, see what they may be able to push, see what they might be able to get away with, and then get ready to grid up. Jose Ruiz in his Jordan brand number 23, going to be one of the first to come on out. Looks like Jacob Palmer, Hunter Johnson, Michael DeWalt, and Mark Santucci, along with PJ O'Leary, Eliza Bethal, Andrew Sanford, Jimmy Cocker, and Matt O'Brien, as well as late arrival James Holtzer, going to go ahead and come on out and run out these last 2 minutes of this warm-up practice. Pop Bear, thank you very much, and yeah, definitely appreciate it, sir. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. It's been a long time since I've actually been to Darlington, so yeah, looking forward to it. The sense of the drivers in pre-race that was saying that we're going to see some cautions tonight. I don't know exactly how many cautions we're seeing, what the under/over is, but I'm sure it's going to be trying for all the drivers. To put it mildly. Again, mostly a one-line track up against the wall. You can't get it back in the throttle too early, otherwise you will get that Darlington stripe. And if you knock that wall down a little, too hard, it'll actually kick you back down into traffic, possibly into the inside wall, or maybe going down pit road. And you're not gonna be able to whoa this thing up enough to not get a black flag. So everybody again out here tonight will be tried, and they don't call it the lady in black or the track too tough to tame for no reason. But again, Pop Bear, thank you very much for coming out, bud. All right, so in this practice so far, I was wondering, about Holtzer and his limited practice time and qualifying. It looks like so far he's able to get up to about P6. Matt O'Brien, the guy that went ahead and scored the regular season championship by staying atop the points all season long. He's so far fastest in town tonight. Hunter Johnson, P2. Jimmy Cocker, James Holtzer just moved up to 4th about 4 or 5 laps into this run, and it looks like warm-up is up. All right. All right, so again, ladies and gents, we got 115 laps in store. Let's go ahead and show where everybody just now qualified. And we'll go through the grid with you. All right, so again, it's going to be John Honeycutt on the pole, Matt O'Brien, P number 2, Brendan Book 3rd, Caleb Pertko 4th, John Osborne and Justin Mons going to make out row number 3. Row 4, Duncan O'Connor and Jimmy Cocker. Row 5, Tom Harmon and Eliza Bethal. Jacob Kerr and Andrew Wisdom going to round out row number 6. Row 7 is going to be Tom Flickroft, Tom Flitty with James Holtzer. Michael DeWalt and Ryan Crooks, row 8. Row 9 is going to be Jacob Palmer and Charles Kramer. Row 10, Mark Santucci and Tyler Dohar. Behind these guys, I believe it's going to be mostly everybody that did not qualify. Hunter Johnson and Micah Allard. Jordan McGraw, J-Mac with Nate Mon in that double deuce. Behind these guys, you got PJ O'Leary and Jose Ruiz for row 13. Row 14, Brody Falliker and Francis Hamilton. Brian Pizzakemi and Byron Jones, row 15. Row 16 is going to be Philip Bridgman and Ryan McCall. 17 is going to be Andrew Sanford, Justin Moore. And last but not least, tail end Charlie right now, P35 is going to be Rob Newman in that 33. So that's the way that it's all gonna start out. You can already see the lights atop the pace car are away. Let's go ahead and bring up your ticker, bring up everything that we're gonna need for tonight's race. And again, welcome everybody to the AEons 150 from Darlington Speedway in Darlington, South Carolina. Let's get ready to go green. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. Caution number 1's out, and I'm going to guess somebody didn't go on the start because I started getting all kinds of notifications literally right off the bat. It looks like it's going to have something to do with Tom Flitcroft, Eliza Bethal, and others. So let's go back, find out what happened, and come back with them. Let's switch up some cameras here. Let's go back with Tom Flitcroft. Yep, just a whole lot of wheel spin here at Darlington. And yeah, big issues in the back of the pack. Very unfortunate all the way through. There's no fast repairs here, ladies and gents. So that is going to hurt a lot of cars very quickly. Again, Eliza Bethal was involved. Mark Santucci, Justin Mons, Ryan Mccall, Charles Kramer, PJ O'Leary, and many others. Let's go ahead and bring this back live. Wow. Wheel spin. I didn't think it was going to be on order that quickly. You know what? Let's while we got this little bit of a break, let's actually take a look at our race info for tonight, find out what the air and track temp is. Maybe that'll lead to a little bit of info for us and find out what that was all about. So it looks like it's going to be 81 degree air temperature. But look at the track temp, 114 degrees. Definitely a second gear start, maybe, I would say second gear start. Very unfortunate for a lot of those guys in the back. Let's go ahead and clear that away. We'll bring back our ticker and all of our information right now. And it looks like from John Honeycutt, you got maybe 15 cars, give or take, that are still out here. Yeah, 13 actually. Back to Jacob Palmer. Behind him, you see Rob Newman and Micah Allard just trying to catch up. So, big wreck on lap number 1 is going to put some people in the hole right off the bat. All right, waiting for everybody to finish whatever they can on pit road, as long as they didn't have any mandatory pit time. I think that's going to be the 18 on pit road. Seeing was that the 69 of Holtzer on pit road also? If so, I mean, he's got some points that he can use in the bank. Nope, there's Holtzer right there. So was it? I thought it looked like an EMGG machine, but not so much. All right, so let's pick back up with John Honeycutt. These guys will be going back single file here and get back and get going. So how about a chat? Who do y'all have for tonight? Is it going to be a Honeycutt? Is he going to start this playoff round with a W? Is it going to be a Holtzer? Is it going to be a Ryan Crooks? Is it going to be a Tyler Dohar? Is it going to be an Eliza Bethal? Is it going to be Matt O'Brien, the guy that led the points all regular season long and now finds himself in just a little bit of a hole as far as the points go now that we are postseason, playoff season? With the playoffs and the wins that Holtzer had, he automatically started atop the points. So if he did get some damage right there, if he did end up getting taken out or something like that, he'll be able to work that off. We still got a long way to go here in this season, as everybody's now back or getting back to double file. Yeah, Justin, I couldn't agree more. Incredible. Just a lot of tire spin up around the top 10, give or take, and just nowhere to go. I know. All right, so the lights atop the pace car are out. Matt O'Brien, Brendan Book, John Osborne, Duncan O'Connor. That's going to be your top 5. Harmon, Kerr, DeWalt, Wisdom, and Hunter Johnson. That's going to be back through 10th. 11th, going to be Jordan McGraw, Rob Newman, Jacob Palmer, Ryan Crooks, and Andrew Sanford. Charles Kramer, Philip Bridgman, Byron Jones, Francis Hamilton, and Caleb Pertko. That's going to go back through your top 20. Green flags back out. Pace cars on pit road. Let's go back racing. All right, so Honeycutt's going to come and complete the first lap under green, not counting the yellow that started the race off, and he's going to be able to hold off Matt O'Brien for now. We're going to work our way through the field, introduce everybody one more time. You can almost guarantee that this race is going to get very spread out, but upon any big moves, I will go back, show them to you, and show you how they get it done. This is, again, a very, very one-groove racetrack in Darlington, South Carolina. Very tough to tame, as you see most cars now single file. So let's work our way on through and introduce you to everybody head on. Let's go. So again, John Honeycutt leading right now out of Orlando, Florida, with Matt O'Brien, P number 2 out of Sterling Heights. Then we got Brendan Book also out of Sterling Heights. I wonder if they actually know each other. Duncan O'Connor, P number 4, and his number 2 on board. John Osborne, old Ozzy, here in his 81 Woody's Pepsi machine. And it looks like he's got the 68 of Tom Harmon trying to look to the inside, but now Harmon pulled down. He's going to have to figure out what to do. Can't wash up too much because he's also got Andrew Wisdom in this number 7 body arbor machine right behind him. He's going to dive to the inside of the 81, try to take that pass as well. And as that happens, here's the 32 of Hunter Johnson in his Office Depot, number 32 from Griffin, Georgia. And then Mike DeWalt in his 54 Yahoo. We rode around with him earlier. And now Jacob Kerr in his 11 FedEx Denny Hamlin throwback. Out of Stillwater, Kansas. J-Mac, Texas Tech. With Shake and Bake on the side. He is, you see that purple banner over the windshield? That indicates that he is a playoff driver. And also up in the ticker, all the names that are highlighted in purple, those are also your playoff drivers as well. Andrew Sanford back here from San Diego, California, with Ryan Crooks from Madison, Alabama. Jacob Palmer, a little bit further back from Naples, Florida, with a crew chief and help from Jeremy Tiesler. All right, definitely know Jeremy. James Holtzer in his 69 EMGG glitch machine. Byron Jones a little bit further back out of Goodyear, Arizona, rocking a little bit of a throwback to Dale Earnhardt. Nice to see. Nate Mon in this double deuce sun drop machine. And guys and gals, a little while back I mentioned that Dale Jr. said he would run a sun drop machine if they would allow it at North Wilkesboro. They did. He is. That's going to be a great car to see on track. In fact, they've already sold out on die-cast orders. How does that work? There you go. Philip Bridgman just behind him from Ontario, Canada. All right. Caleb Pertko in this number 51 Harley-Davidson machine. Brody Falliker in this number 1 Hennessy on board. Then we got Ryan Mccall in this Shaboom number 30 from Bear, Delaware. Brian Pizzichemi, Quantum Pay, number 28. Charles Kramer in 23rd spot, rocking his 82. Looks like a little bit of Wolverine action on the hood. Not bad. Mike Allard Racing, number 61. Then we got Jose Ruiz. I know he's from Sacramento, California, in this number 23, sitting 24th. PJ O'Leary in this number 25, right in this 24, HenderCars.com out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. He's pretty close to right where he started as well, only up one spot. Brian Pizzicami, we just talked about him. Tyler Dohar back here in this 77 Elite Performance Industries Chevrolet. Definitely seen better days on the front end of that Camaro from Walbridge, Ohio. And then you hear him cutting that motor already. Oh, the man's forever saving fuel. Francis Hamilton in this number 48 on board. Rob Newman is number 33, Apollo Outdoors from Ellicottville. I believe that's Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. Number 18, we saw him on pit road for extended damage repair, also from Ontario. And then Jimmy Cochran in this number 31 Virginia Tech car. Behind them, we're going to have Justin Mons on pit road, unfortunately, for this Gamer Advantage Chevrolet. Elijah Bethal, same story, 64 Exalta car. High hopes coming into this. Unfortunately, now on pit road, but out of Ohio. Mark Santucci, 98, with Joker on the side. And his onboard. I never knew this before, but Mark Hamill, the guy that played Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars movies, he actually played the Joker, the voice of Joker. Never knew. Now you do. Number 12, Tom Flitcroft, also on pit road, getting his damage squared away. And then looks like Austin Moore was never actually able to take the green flag. So we're going to pop back up top with our leader. Looks like John Honeycutt still able to hold on to this lead, keeping the 20 and the 42. Matt O'Brien and Brendan Book behind him. So right now the top three are as they were when the race first started. Honeycutt started P1, Matt O'Brien started P2, and Brendan Book started P3, and that is the exact same way, or same running order, that they're running right now. So let's actually take a ride up in the blimp and look around this track, pop through the field. Dale fan, Byron Jones's grandmother out there in chat saying, good luck, Byron. Definitely appreciate that. Fletcher 1967, thank you very much for the follow, by the way. Let's actually pop back with Byron Jones right now. Right now he's in 16th, up 14 spots in this Dale Earnhardt throwback. You know, this track every year holds a throwback race. It always goes back to a certain year, a certain era, or whatever the case may be. And yeah, looks like Byron Jones decided to throw it back to the late great Dale Earnhardt, who did have some success here at Darlington. All right, so that's what it's looking like for him. Let's pop up a couple spots to the 11 of James Kerr. You see the 69 of Holtzer and the 22 of Nate Mon right behind him. Up ahead a little bit, Andrew Sanford with Michael DeWalt and Ryan Crooks. So right now Ryan Crooks is one spot ahead of Holtzer, and if we actually look back, pretty sure he's still going to be close enough to be seen. And yeah, there you go. See a couple cars way in the back there get just a little bit loose. They're going to be chasing these cars all night long. There isn't an easy groove around this place. You have to let the car wash up to the wall and then not let it scrub off any speed. You see the 25 get on by the 37 get wet machine. And it looks like he's now got his eyes set on that 54. Gets a great run off the corner going down the straightaway. He's not going to have enough pull to get up there. You know, most tracks that we go to, we're talking about you know, cars getting tight. We're talking about aero. We're talking about looseness. We're talking about all that. But one of the biggest things that we're talking about pretty often is dirty air. You don't really see these cars really having too many issues with dirty air, as it looks like Holtzer is up here on the move, trying to get on by. He got on by the 37. Now he's going to try to get on by this 54. 54 able to hold him off for now. But look at Holtzer really accelerating through the corner. He's going to be all over the back end of this 54 and more than likely pull low and try to make this pass. There it is. 54 warding him off one more time. You see that Gamer Advantage car for for Justin Mons back out here on track as well. He's going to have some fresh tires, so you can bet he's going to be able to work his way up. He's just a little bit further back than I'm sure he would like. All right, let's go ahead and move the ticker, and let's get our tower back. That way everybody out there can keep up with everybody as they're running on track. So we saw the track temp and air temp right about 81 degree air temp, 114 track temp. Let's see if that's actually changed at all and pull up our weather here. Looks like 81 is still the 81 degrees is still the air temperature, but how about track temp down to 87? So I'm gonna guess maybe it was beaten in the sun earlier, but now much more manageable. Either that or that other graphic was just extremely wrong. Again, 41 on brand new tires. He's going to look like Superman coming up through the field, and he's got to try to gain some spots, gain some time. That way, maybe try to get into that lucky dog spot and get his lap back should we have another caution. But right now, with the way things are looking, I mean, you can see there on your track map, the field is very spread out. The entire backstretch covered in cars. And the same story for the front stretch when they work their way back around. All right, so up top, Jacob NASCAR, what's up out there in chat, bud? Definitely see ya. Up top, it looks like Matt O'Brien was able to get on by John Honeycutt and gain just a little bit of time. Let's see if we can actually go back and find out exactly how that move happened. Got loose off turn 4. Yeah, that's been kind of the story for quite a few tonight. All right, so it looks like along with caution's flying. All right, let's see if we can find out what's going on here and pick up for you. So far, no notifications, so let's just jump to the back of the field and see if we can find out what this is all about. All right, so the 81 looks like he had a little bit of an issue. Since I didn't get a notification, let's just go ahead and do this the old school way and run this back just a little bit here. All right, so it looks like it's just going to be a really simple smack of the wall. Got loose. Let's kind of keep an eye on it. He's got the 25 Orion Crooks right behind. Oh, tried to get up and out of the way for Crooks, and the 41 followed suit. Was contact made? I think he might have just been a little bit too far down on the apron. Might have lost the balance. Let's see. Yep. Too far down, smacked that inside wall hard, and was able to push on, and you saw him going down pit road. So there we go. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. Back live, and it looks like John Honeycutt and just about everybody else is going to be on pit road. Let's go ahead and give Honeycutt just a second to get all squared away, and let's see. All right, so the 20 was leading when the caution came out. Let's see if we can pick up on old Ryan Crooks right now. I'm sorry, Matt O'Brien. Let's see if we can't pick up on Matt O'Brien right now. Matt, it's Repeat up in the booth, looking pretty stout in this Cloud9 number 20 Camry. You and John Honeycutt in that 50 were kind of battling back and forth just a little bit. And eventually, though, you were able to grab the lead. How you feeling about this Cloud9 machine? Can you get it done here from the Lady in Black? Let's try that one more time. Nope, it doesn't look like it. So let's widen this out, see what the lights atop the pace car look like. All right, the lights on the pace car are still out. So maybe can we get a hold of Andrew Wisdom? Yes, we can. He's down there in Nitro Motorsports. Andrew Wisdom, it's repeat up in the booth, sitting P2 right now, up 10 spots. Lights atop the pace car are still on. Doing all right, holding pretty strong so far. How you feeling about the lady in black and the track conditions tonight?
It is really, really, really loose. I think it might be about the loosest in the rear end that I've ever driven anything in. So just going to try to hold on to it. Did pretty good there. Got a good pit stop and gained a couple spots. So we're going to try to just stay up here near the front and try to keep some clean air on the nose and manage the tires. Yeah, tire management definitely seems like it's been paramount. We've seen a lot of cars get a little tail happy coming off, mostly off of 4. You finding less grip as it goes on, or just starting off loose and then firing off strong later? Usually fires off pretty tight, and then I think after about 15 laps, everybody starts getting real loose. So about 15 or 20 laps in, there's probably going to be a lot of slip and sliding. All right, buddy. Well, you go ahead and you go ahead and get this done. You know that I'm always a fan. You were with Nitro Motorsports, right? Yes, sir. All right, I'll get you back down there with your teammates. Go get them, sir. Appreciate it. You got it. All right, again, that's guy in second place right now, Andrew Wisdom. You also catch him on Thursday nights when Eliza and I get to go Indy racing. They got one more race as the 20 goes ahead and smacks that hammer. Let's go racing. Little push to the back end of the number 50. That's going to give Honeycutt just a little bit of an extra boost getting into the corner. And great job by everybody out there to back up and keep this thing green. Yotes King out there says, she done. I didn't feel I can I didn't feel I could win. But man, that car is slick for me. Everyone else was saying the opposite. Well, Andrew Wisdom just said it fired off tight and got wicked loose as it went on. And it looks like we might have a battle for the lead. Nope. Honeycutt's going to pull back in behind O'Brien and keep the status quo. BK Doug says, repeat best announcer on Twitch. How you doing tonight? Doug, I don't know about the best announcer on Twitch, bud, but I am doing all right. Hope you are. And yeah, welcome on out tonight, sir. Good to see you. All right, so O'Brien able to hold off Honeycutt. Honeycutt able to hold off Wisdom. The rest of your top 5 going to be Hunter Johnson and Brendan Book. Tell you what, let's actually hop on board with Matt O'Brien jump into the cockpit with him and take a lap around Darlington and show you exactly what he's having to do, how much wheel he's having to put into it, and how much throttle he can get back into that as well. So let's try this out. So off of 4, coming to the start stripe. Y'all out there in chat, crank it up. Let's go. A lot of wheel input, battle for P2 right now. 7 able to get on by
the outside of Honeycutt. I think Honeycutt might have actually pulled down and let him go. But you hear all the off-throttle time around this egg-shaped, what was originally a super speedway back in the day. And, yeah, so far 20 doing everything that he's got to do. But the man that started, back atop the points, I should say, after playing catch-up almost all season long, is going to be James Holtzer. Holtzer sitting back here in 8th, up 6 spots from where he qualified, and just doing everything that he can do to claw away at the spots, at the points, and try to get back up there. Again, with the reset, with the playoffs starting tonight, Holtzer is the points leader. He just has to hold on to it. He's got to maintain. He can't let O'Brien point him to death, because if he does that, O'Brien's going to do very, very well, and Holtzer may struggle. However, Holtzer had 5 wins on the regular season, but just missed the last race. And yeah, O'Brien had a great race, and it ended up being like 37 points back. But again, with the reset due to the playoffs starting, this is where we're at. Yote says he talked to Mons and he said it's because I was shifting so at higher RPMs, more heat in the tires. Absolutely, me and Eliza were talking about that during the last Indy race. Yes, sir. Very much so. BK Doug says, doing good. Hoping my buddy Honeycutt has a great race. Well, so far, Honeycutt started on pole. Right now, sitting in P3. Only, obviously, two spots back. Andrew Wisdom right in front of him, 10 spots up. And Hunter Johnson just pulled in behind that number 50. That's going to make 17 spots up for him. And besides Andrew Sanford, looks like he will be the biggest mover in the field. Andrew Sanford right now sitting in P15 and is get wet number 37, and he's up 18 spots. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring it on up to the blimp, kind of show you what this track is looking like. As you can see on the track map for this AEons 150 here at Darlington, South Carolina, the lady in black, track too tough to tame, whatever you want to call her, that's where we're at. A few people have gotten the Darlington stripe, a few people have gotten loose, a couple people plowed that inside wall off of 4. A very, very hard race, and as you see, it is mostly a lot of high line riding all the way around this place. Let's kind of drop back just even more if we can. Pick up with Mike DeWalt. Mike DeWalt normally has at least 1 or 2 people out there in chat wondering how he's doing, where he's at, what's he got. Right now, Mike DeWalt is down 6 spots, sitting in 21st with Tyler Dohar right behind him back here just a bit. And as you can see on the scoring pylon, so far it still looks like at least your top 24 cars still on the lead lap. Ryan Mccall is the last car on the lead lap. Let's see if we can actually find Ryan for you right now and kind of give you a sense of what last place looks like compared to first place. There's Ryan Mccall in his Shaboom number 30. Sitting P24, 8 spots up. Now, a lot of these cars are down laps because on the initial restart, a few cars, spun the tires, got squirrely, and it ended up with a few cars being collected. Justin Mons was one of them. So was Eliza Mccall, as well as a few others. Tom Flitcroft looks like he's still on pit road. There's Eliza's car though. Looks like she was able to get back out and get back racing in this Exalta number 64. Very, very nice scheme for Eliza tonight. Let's actually show you from the side. I was hoping that when we got to Darlington, I was going to see a whole bunch of throwback schemes. I'm going to guess that's what was behind this one. But a lot of the other guys, yeah, not so much. Obviously, Byron Jones, he ran the number 3 for the Wrangler car for Earnhardt. We're talking about Tom Flitcroft back there. He's running the silver number 12 for the silver car. I believe that was the... I'll have to take a look at which Earnhardt car that was. So a couple Earnhardt cars, Jeff Gordon car, and more. But we definitely got more people back out there on track. But back up front, though, you're not missing anything. It's still Matt O'Brien, Andrew Wisdom, Hunter Johnson able to get on by Honeycutt. So move Hunter Johnson up 18 spots to P3. See a little bit further back, James Holtzer looks like he was able to get underneath the deuce of Duncan O'Connor and take one more spot before he was battling with the 11 of James Kerr. So move Holtzer up to P7, Matt O'Brien P number 1. Tom Flitcroft, he's a little bit further in the back. The other car that had 3 wins on the season, Brendan Book right here in this National Guard Dale Jr. throwback. All right, there we go. Number 42, Chevrolet Camaro for Brendan Book. Brendan Book had, I believe, 3 wins on the season, and here he is. You know, that's always cool whenever friends and family, come out and watch. I mentioned earlier, Dale Fan 8 is Byron Jones's grandmother, driver of that Patriot Esports number 3. There she is out there saying, gonna miss watching your race tonight, Byron. Well, there you go. It's always fun to have friends and family come on out, hang out, chat it up, and keep each other company. As it looks like we got a battle for the lead again, 7 and 32. Both of them gonna be able to get on by and put Matt O'Brien back to P number 3. One hell of a move. Let's actually go back and watch that again. That's not it. That's definitely not it. Hold on. I will get there, I promise you. Alright, so let's go ahead and back this up and see exactly how this pass played out. Alright, so far it doesn't look like the 20 hit the wall or anything. It's just the 7 keeping it in the throttle. And somehow Hunter Johnson was able to do the same thing. So I'm going to guess the 20 had a little bit of an issue. Really had to let out the throttle in order to not hit the wall. And went from first back to third. John Honeycutt P4, Brendan Book P5. James Holtzer, P6, and marching his way forward. I know all those EMGG guys out there in that watch party love talking about that. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. So now Andrew Wisdom gets it done week in and week out over in the Shake and Bake Indy series that I have the pleasure of broadcasting on Thursday nights. Over with Eliza Bethal on Traction GG, and this Thursday night coming is their championship race. So you're gonna want to make sure that you tune in right around 8:15. Again, Traction GG, don't miss it. It's gonna be a great race, and I believe it is. I'm actually gonna go ahead and pull up the track. I kind of forgot where it was gonna be, and that's right. It's gonna be at Laguna Seca. So you're not going to want to miss it. All right, so chat, who do you guys have for tonight? Is it going to be an Andrew Wisdom? Is he going to use all that wisdom to keep it straight, keep it from getting loose, not too many issues, and come on down and grab a W? Or is it going to be this guy right here getting on by the 42 of Brendan Book and the 20 of Matt O'Brien? This is huge. Whoa, you see the 20 getting a little squirrely in the back end. 42, in fact, he's going to be able to capitalize on that as well. Take the spot, move Matt O'Brien now back to P number 6. Very, very sketchy, very touchy track all night long. Holtzer now going for the pass on the 50 of John Honeycutt. Honeycutt's going to try to stay in the throttle, get a great run off the corner. Does so, but look at Holtzer just lay that power down. Honeycutt has no choice but to follow in behind that 69 Camaro and keep on going. So now Holtzer up to P3, Honeycutt 4th, Brendan Book, P number 5. Let's see. Let's go and take a look at some of these guys a little bit further in the back. Let's go back to the fight for the last car in the lead lap. It's going to be the one of Falliker, sitting about P24. And look at that. He's coming on down pit road. So is this the start of green flag pit stops for everybody? Well, we'll have to see, because obviously the 7 and the 32, they've been hard on that throttle all race long. Or did they go on down pit road last time by? Let's see if I can get some information for you. Looks like everybody inside of the top, what would this be? Everybody inside the top 21. Last pit on lap 29, being that we're on lap 60 right now. Oh, caution's out. Looks like Jacob Kerr in the back is going to have a little bit of an issue, so we'll have to go back, find out what happened with Jacob, and pick up where we left off. But you can bet that the entire front 21, like I just mentioned, will come on down pit road for 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. Fill it up with that Sunoco fuel and come on back out. Let's see what happened to Jacob Kerr. There you see him in the 11. And it looks like he got loose. Oh, Ryan Crooks. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let's go back with Ryan Crooks and see exactly how that happened. We're just going to go ahead and rewind this right here, right now. We're not even going to go back the other way. And we're going to jump on board with Ryan. We're going to stop that. Let's jump into the cockpit with Ryan right now. And we're going to play it from here. Talk about a great move. Great hands. Let's go. Wow. Hold on to it. Great hands. Great job by Ryan Crooks. Amazing catch. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. So it looks like Andrew Wisdom, he is going to go ahead and bring Holtzer, Honeycutt, Book, and Matt O'Brien all down pit road. I believe pit road speed here is about 45 miles per hour. So they'll have to be as aggressive right on that mark 45 as possible, and then come on out as quickly as possible as well without speeding. See Holtzer coming out. You see the 7 right there with him. Will anybody up top beat him out? Nope, it looks like it's going to be Holtzer that will be able to come on back around as your new leader. So Holtzer up 13 spots to go ahead and grab the lead. I don't know if we'll be able to get a hold of Holtzer or not. Usually he isn't always readily available. Yeah, he is. There he is. All right, very cool. All right, so let's. Right now he's hanging out with Brendan Book and a bunch of these guys. Let's go ahead and bring. Let's switch a couple things up, and we'll bring Holtzer up to the booth.
He was literally
Mr. Holtzer, it is Pete up in the booth. Sorry to interrupt your conversation, buddy. I tell you what, up 13 spots. Look like you got this EMGG glitch Camaro in pretty pristine shape for all the traffic you've been working your way through. How you feeling about the lady in black? No stripes on your right side, so I see.
No, just a big stripe on the rear from that initial start. I got about 1.5 minutes of damage. I got about 1 minute of it fixed, but it doesn't seem like it's hurt me too much. At least it's on the nose, where that wouldn't be a lot of fun. Nose is pretty clean, the right side's clean, so we're good with that. But long run speed's really good. had a really good pit stop there and was able to get to the lead. So just going to try to run our pace, and it's going to be very interesting trying to hold on to these things. We can make it to the end on fuel, but does anybody want to try to make it to the end on tires is the real question. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here, and I'm really excited to see what we can do.
Well, buddy, with the point shakeup due to the playoffs starting tonight here at the Lady in Black, you are the man on top. Looks like Matt O'Brien had a little bit of issue, has fallen back a few spots. Can you go on up here and grab win number 6, but where it really starts in the postseason?
Yeah, hopefully we can grab a win. It's really just going to be about being consistent. Not really going to race too hard for the win, just because of the points buffer. I'd rather lose 1 spot than wreck and lose 30 spots, since we have a 25 point advantage off of some other people. So just going to do what we can and try to pace our race, and if that puts us in victory lane, then hopefully it does.
All right, buddy, I'll go ahead and get you back with your teammates. Good luck. Go get them. Always a fan, sir.
Thanks.
You got it, buddy. All right, so Holtzer gonna get him back and let him get let him concentrate on what he's got to do. We're going to go ahead and widen this out, and we're going to go ahead and bring it on over. It looks like the lights atop the pace car are out. They're coming through 3 and 4 right now. So we're gonna set them green here again in just a moment. There you see the pace car on the right side. Here you see the field coming off 4. Green flag's out. Let's go racing. All right, so Holtzer's going to come on back around and, grab that lap lead. Now going back into turns 3 and 4 again. No real issues. Again, going to start to get single filed out. Everybody right now all the way through turns 3 and 4 across the start stripe. And look at John Honeycutt getting closer and closer to the back end of that 69 in his high-tech security services, number 50. Honeycutt always very, very strong. I tell you, this guy's absolutely started to pour it on as these seasons have gone on. Whether it's here or whether it was in East Park or the B-Water Series or wherever it was. I tell you, this 50 continues and to impress and make great strides to be that better racer. Looks like Brendan Book back there right now in P number 3 and his National Guard target number 42. Behind Brendan is going to be Duncan O'Connor up 3 spots. One of only, I believe it's going to be one of 2 Canadians in the field tonight. The other being Philip Bridgman piloting that number 18, sitting back in 12th, up 19 spots from where he qualified. But how about that pass for the lead? John Honeycutt's able to get on by Holtzer and actually even kind of gap him just a little bit. So looks like however Honeycutt's feeling about these tires, he's kind of liking it. Looks like back behind Micah Allard. He's got just a little bit of a gap, so top 5 starting to break away a little bit. Matt O'Brien sitting back here in 6th with Tom Harmon, the guy that's really been on fire as of late, sitting P number 7 and trying all he can to make some time up. Behind Tom Harmon, you got PJ O'Leary in this 24, and then of course Nate Mon in that double deuce Sundrop Camaro. Pass for the lead between Andrew Sanford and Jordan McGraw. Looks like Andrew Sanford's going to come out on top. J-Mac back one more spot. And then Mike DeWalt a little bit further back as well in this number 54 Yahoo machine. Whether you're out there on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, or over on Roku TV through the Sim Racing channel, definitely want to welcome you aboard to the playoffs here in the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. This is season 1 for these guys, and we've seen a lot of phenomenal racing all season long, but welcome aboard. This series runs every Monday night right around 8:30 p.m. Eastern. They've got about 9 weeks left on the season to get through the playoffs, and then that will be it for a little bit. They're going to go ahead and reset. They'll do a little bit of recruiting. So if you're out there and you like what you see, or maybe you're looking to possibly sponsor an online series, please reach out and we can discuss it all, talk about it, and you never know. Right where the AEons 150 is, that could be your company's name, as well as any kind of promos, commercials, videos, posters, whatever you got, any kind of graphics. We can help get your business out there even better. All right, so with that rack and stack back up after the caution flag flew, now it looks like only 21 cars are on the lead lap, going back to Jose Ruiz in this Jordan brand number 23. This track is really, really tough. Just saw one car up against the wall. I believe that's going to be about 4 or 5 spots. Yeah, it's going to be that. Looks like an old pedigree, or not 100% sure what that paint scheme is. Definitely looks like a Skittles car, though. Yep, it's an M&M's car. Never mind. So, a couple spots back. There you see Ryan Crooks and Tyler Dohar nose to tail. That battle right there is for P17. Caleb Pertko has 16th. Ryan Mccall has 15th. All right, so it looks like Holtzer was able to get back out up front. And let's see, since we weren't right here, let's see how that pass happened. So you see Brendan Book down low. Book's going to have to give up the ghost because Holtzer's going to have Honeycutt's going to have a great run off. And yeah, there you go. Let's go back live. So again, top 5 absolutely scooting away. Matt O'Brien back here in this number 20 Cloud9 machine. He's a good, let's see. Matt O'Brien, he's a good 3+ seconds behind these guys. So that's a lot of territory to cover, and gonna have to, just gonna really have to try, as it looks like we might have a battle for the lead again. Honeycutt's gonna try, and it looks like he's not going to have it, going to fall back in. But will he try here in the turn? He absolutely dove it in. And you see the 42 going to try to do the same thing. Not quite able to. And that 50 absolutely threw it in there. Good thing for brakes. That's all I'm going to say. But great way to go ahead and take that lead. Old slide job. You don't see too many slide jobs here at Darlington, but he was absolutely able to get on up there, make it happen, hit the brakes right when he needed to, as you're starting to see a little bit more of a transition here from day into night. Sky's going dark in a little bit of a twilight here. Might actually start to see the lights pop on. We'll have to see. 80 laps in. We got 35 more laps remaining to go ahead and crown a winner in race number 1, season number 1 of the playoffs here in Shake and Bake. And there you just saw Micah Allard coming on late up to P number 3. He's really pouring it on in that number 61 Allard racing machine. It's a nice looking Camaro. You see the that 50 up front trying to extend that gap more and more. Right now, if I'm Honeycutt, I'm thinking about two things. One, I know Holtzer's fast. Two, I got to watch that wall. Three, got to watch my acceleration points so I don't go on up and smack that wall on exit. But also, he's got to maintain the gap between him and Holtzer. He can't go on up there and burn out his tires and to where Holtzer just maintains and comes up late and tries to complete the pass. But Allard still P3. Brendan Book, rather, P number 4. And Duncan O'Connor in that deuce. And the only Toyota inside the top 5 right now. Inside the top 10, you got Matt O'Brien, Nate Mon, Tom Harmon, PJ O'Leary. And then back to P number 10 with Andrew Sanford in his number 37 Toyota. So 3 Toyotas inside the top 10. The other 7, all bow ties. So if you're a Ford guy, a Chevy guy, or a Yoda guy, looks like tonight Toyota or the Chevrolets so far have been reigning supreme. In fact, let's actually go on over and show you the different logos for your favorite drivers. There you go. So like I mentioned, 7 out of the top 10 are Chevrolets. There aren't very many blue ovals in the field at all, to be honest with you. Not many at all, as you see that scoring pylon continue to switch drivers over. And it looks like Holtzer is going to get a great run to the inside of Honeycutt, make that pass happen, and do the same thing. We saw the 50 go ahead and throw it into the corner and was able to take the lead from the 69. Holtzer just did the same exact thing, took the spot back from the 50, and now the 50's in the clutches of Micah Allard in P number 3. Side by side for P number 2 are these drivers right here. Let's see, can he get it done? Throw it in, tap the brake, set the nose, get back on the throttle. Textbook pass for here at Darlington. Great job. So we took a lap around earlier with a couple of different guys. So I think the last one was the 20 of Matt O'Brien. Let's actually jump on board with James Holtzer and see what he's doing in this 69 Camaro all the way around this track. Let's jump on board. Actually, you know what? Let's jump on board to the nose all the way around this place. All right, a couple quick laps around between Holtzer and new second place driver Micah Allard, displacing John Honeycutt back to P number 3. Brendan Book 4th, Duncan O'Connor in 5th. 25 laps remaining here from Darlington, South Carolina. Darlington International Raceway, better known as the Lady in Black or the track Too Tough to Tame. So far, it looks like Holtzer, Allard, and Honeycutt have a pretty good feel of what they're going to need to be able to tame this place and come away with at least a top 3. So far, it's still early, though. Holtzer mentioned in that interview that we were able to do with him, talking about possibly saving fuel. Was he going to be able to go the whole distance? Was he going to gamble with that? He mentioned that he's got a 25-point lead over some other people, so he was going to have to really maintain that points lead as well. this is just the first race of several here for the playoffs. In fact, I'll go ahead and pull up where they'll be next week and the week after and tell you how many races they got left in this postseason. So they got Darlington tonight. Then it's going to be New Hampshire and Pocono. That's going to be for the round of 16. The round of 12 is going to be Watkins Glen, Talladega, and then Kansas. The round of 8 is going to be Bristol, Atlanta Motor Speedway, which I don't know if it's going to be the old Atlanta or the brand new super speedway-esque Atlanta. One way or another, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Followed by Iowa, and then we're going to wrap it all up at Homestead Miami Speedway and crown a Season 1 champion. So yeah, we got a lot of racing, a lot of tracks yet to go before we get to be able to do that. Battle here between the 50 and the 22. 22 up high. He will have the drive off. It's almost like pinching a guy down on the bottom line at any other kind of track. When he's down there, he cannot get back in the throttle. And, whoa, Honeycutt trying to save that thing, looking a little loose. Good save by him. That's going to allow the 24 more than likely to get underneath him going into the corner. I don't know if I'd want to do that with how loose he is. Going to let it walk up the track. Yeah, there you go. So, not bad. Good hands. Good save, though, by Honeycutt not to completely lose it and spin it out. So, and possibly take the 24 and the 32 with him. So, good job, Honeycutt. All right, Holtzer still leads in this 69 EMGG Glitch Camaro. Micah Allard right now sitting in P number 2, and these guys have got a gap back to Brendan Book, Duncan O'Connor, and new 5th place driver Nate Mon. But yeah, right now it's looking like it's going to be all Holtzer if he can keep this going. 20 laps to go here. And man, I bet some of these guys cannot wait until Darlington is in the rearview mirror and they're driving away. So from Darlington to New Hampshire, got to wonder, New Hampshire's a very, very flat 1 mile track. Very different from Darlington and also very different from where they go after that. After New Hampshire, they go to Pocono. Pocono's somewhat flat, but very, very hilly. 3 turns, hashtag what turn for. Right in the middle of the Pocono Mountains, up Route 115, right off of Route 80. I used to live about 45 minutes from the track. It's a great place to go, and I've been there many, many times. All right, chat. So who do you guys have? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be a Holtzer? Is Allard with the tear that he seems to be on? Is he going to be able to get on up there and challenge Holtzer? Is Brendan Book going to get maybe a lucky caution to where he's going to be able to get back up there and have a great chance at beating some of these guys off pit road? Again, this pit road here, very, very treacherous. Coming off the track with very, very hot tires, you get down onto the banking. Very easy to spin out if you don't have your brake bias just right. And it could happen. It could absolutely happen. But Brendan Book right now P3, O'Connor P4, and Nate Mon P5 in that double do sun drop machine. Here you see the 33 rather, down on the bottom, giving all kinds of room to the leaders. 33 out there trying to gain max points if at all possible. And that's going to be Rob Newman back here. Now back up on track. He saw a gap to get back on the banking right in front of the 42 of Brendan Book. And he's got a pretty good view of what's going to happen here with the leaders should he be able to stay right there. Actually kind of looking, if we look at the front of that thing, it's almost looking like he's got that thing looking like a Dodge. Yeah, he's got that thing looking like a Dodge Charger SRT. That's really nice. Taking the Camaro front, black it all out, throw the Charger on there, and there, man, that looks nice. I'm liking that. Way to be creative. All right, just got a little bit of of a message saying that Micah Allard had a problem. Let's go back and find out what happened with Allard. Looks like it's going to be a self-spin, self-wreck. Let's find out right now. Just very, very loose, trying to hold on to it. Keep it out of the outside and inside wall. Lock it down, slide all the way. Great job, Micah. Way to go and way to not bring it back up on track and possibly collecting the field. Hell of a drive, sir. Good job. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. 14 laps remaining back on the hood with Holtzer. You see that 42 just a little bit further back. And that brings P.J. O'Leary now into the top 5 after Allard had that issue. So P.J. O'Leary, no real issue. Nobody up his trumpet whatsoever trying to take this spot away. So he could be looking at a pretty decent top 5. How about Tom Harmon, though, back here in this Levine, or Avril Levine, number 68, sitting inside the top 6, doing pretty well. Matt O'Brien behind him with Jordan McGraw, Ryan Crooks, and right now, John Honeycutt to round out your top 10 as Honeycutt smacks that outside wall just a little bit. Looks like Jacob Palmer also out there in his machine that just had a little bit of a problem. He's now sitting on pit road. Let's find out what happened with Jacob. Just down low on the bottom, going really, really slow. I'm gonna guess maybe a self-spin, tag the inside wall. He just went ahead and brought it to victory lane. Can't blame him one bit. Oh, caution's out. Caution has flown. Tyler Dohar had an issue. Let's see if we can possibly catch up with Tyler and find out what happened to him. So there you see him up on track. Right behind the... Oh, he tried to avoid the spinning number 50. We saw Honeycutt getting really, really loose early, and the 77 tried to avoid him. And just was nothing doing. Tagged the wall just a little bit, but looks like he's going to need some new tires as well. So now it looks like, yeah, I was going to say, I would imagine that Holtzer and everybody else are probably going to bring their machines down pit road. And let's see. Yep, there they all come. Jacob NASCAR says, lost the motor. Ah, man. So I'm going to guess you had a little bit of damage to the front end. The RPMs were dropping and then the motor just popped, huh? That's unfortunate. All right, so you see Holtzer, you can bet everybody, irregardless of where they were on track, going to grab 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. There's no sense in trying to just take 2. You got to make the best of your opportunity to get 4 Eagle Feel Goods, fill it up with that Sunoco fuel. Actually, with just 9 laps remaining, all you have to do is really just take a splash. Maybe a can, maybe a little less than a can, and that's it. Says it blew when you downshifted. Wow. So yeah, it definitely sounds like you had some damage on the motor, and when you downshifted, revs went up and it popped. All right, so Caleb Pertko right now is gonna show to be the leader, but he's coming down pit road right behind the 41 of Justin Mon. So we talked to James Holtzer before. I was saying that Brendan Book really needed a lucky caution to catch back up. Well, now he's got that caution, and he can try to get up there with Holtzer and try to do what he's got to do in order to maybe take this win away. We'll have to see. Let's see if we can actually pull Book in and have a quick chat with him. There he is. One sec. Mr. Book, it's repeat up in the booth, buddy. Looking at this number 42 National Guard, kind of a Dale Jr. throwback. But you got the caution that you needed in order to get caught back up with Holtzer. Allard spun. You were able to take that spot. And now in the back, Dohar went around just after John Honeycutt spun. So you got that. You got the track position. Do you have anything for that 69 Camaro to take this win away?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure what I got here. I haven't really. I've gone hard, but at the same time, it's going to be a cluster here with people going hard. And honestly, I just want to get a good restart and hopefully maybe get a run. But I want to defend though. I know this 2 and the 24 and 68 are going to be hungry, so I just want to come home top 5, maybe at least finish second, and I'll be happy. But you never know, I could get that win.
Well, I definitely. I've followed you all week long on officials on iRacing, from Michigan, and you definitely got a lot of seat time. Will any of that play into what's about to happen here?
Here, no, I don't think so at all. This is a different animal here at Darlington.
All right, buddy. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back. Good luck. Go get him.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, that was Brendan Book, driver of this number 42 National Guard machine. Going to have to try to do what he can. Have to really be right there with Holtzer when he slams that throttle pedal, because you cannot be left too far back. He's got to try to get a start to also beat the 2 to the bottom. He's got to be able to keep up and make sure that he doesn't get rear-ended by the 24. Everybody's going to be super anxious as they peel off. Coming through 3 and 4 right now. You see the pace car on pit road. Holtzer, Book, O'Connor, O'Leary, and Tom Harmon now inside the top 5. Green flag's out. Let's go back. Green flag racing. So it looks like the 42 is able to hold on the top side. 2 is going to cut him maybe just a little bit of slack. Either that or the 42 is just able to get to that throttle. But everybody's going to be super loose on these 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. 42 still up high. 2 is going to try to throw it in. Will the 42 fight back? It looks like he's all the way up by the walls. A little bit of scrapage there. That's going to grab that National Guard machine and allow the 2 to get on by. Now the 24 in his rear view. Now you see the 68 Avril Lavigne Camaro for Tom Harmon trying to throw it in. He's going to get underneath that 24. Tap the brake just a little bit. Get that car to set. And it looks like he's going to be able to hold right in front of Nate Mon. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, that 69 Camaro for Holtzer, he's just pulling away. Duncan O'Connor now P number 2, the 42, then the 24. Who's going to get up there? Who's going to have second or third? Right now it looks like it's going to be all Holtzer's race to lose with 4 laps remaining. Next time by will be 3. Will we see another caution? Will we have a green-white checker? What's it going to be? I think that a little bit of damage on the right-hand side that the 42 has by being grabbed by the lady in black is probably holding him back just a little bit. You see that 68 car moving up 1 more spot. He's going to try to get on by this 42 and take 3rd away. This 68 now is up. He's up 5 spots from where he qualified, but Holtzer up 13. Duncan O'Connor up 5. Brendan Book qualified 3rd, running P number 3. Tom Harmon up 5. PJ O'Leary up 20 spots. Nate Mon up 18 spots. Ryan Crooks up 8 spots. Jordan McGraw up 14 spots. A lot of movers and shakers. Most of them up towards the front, though. Big movers. 3 laps to go. Two laps remaining. Let's take a quick look at the right side for this 42. It actually doesn't look that bad. I thought it was going to look much worse than what it does. So that's why he's having better luck holding off this 68. Hunter Johnson went around or had an issue. Caution's going to fly. We will see a green-white checker. You can bet dollars to donuts nobody's going to come down pit road here. Track position is absolute key. Let's find out what happened with Hunter Johnson right now. There you see him up on the high side in that 32, been very, very strong. Oh, it just looks like the 7 of Andrew Wisdom went up, tagged the wall, came back down just as the 32 was trying to avoid that contact and got slapped towards the inside wall. So very unfortunate for the 32, who showed a lot of promise earlier in the race. He'll be able to come back up. This is only race 1 of the playoffs. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Duncan O'Connor in this deuce. I don't know if we've actually ever spoken with him before. If we have, it's definitely been just a little bit. Let me see if I can find driver of this number 2 Ally machine. All right, he's down there with Nitro Motorsports. Let's go ahead and move him on over. Duncan O'Connor, driver of this deuce, one of the only Toyotas actually inside the top 10. This Ally machine's looking pretty fast. Some of the other guys behind you have had some issues. Do you have anything for that 69 of Holtzer?
I'll tell you what, man. Everything is going to come down to turn 1 on this restart. If I can hang him on the right rear corner panel heading into the corner, I think I can stick with him all the way through and get a nose on exit.
Well, it's going to be, that's the exact way that the 42 got you, and he ended up scraping the outside wall just a bit. Can you do it without the lady in black coming out and grabbing a hold of you and still be able to make that same move?
Geez,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be pointing out the negative spots, right? I'm sorry.
I'm surprised I made that pass for P2. I mean, I plowed into 3 just trying to get as much territory as I could. I don't think I touched them, so happy about that. But if the car on the outside stays mistake free, I can't see it sticking well enough.
Well, man, this track has been very, very tough all night. Tight at times, loose at times. They don't call it the track too tough to tame for no reason. I see the lights atop the pace car are still out. Any quick, friends, family, sponsors you want to get a quick shout out to?
Nothing off the top of my mind. Just want to thank my teammates for just always helping me improve every week. I mean, when I first joined here, running mid-20s, but now I'm chipping away at the top 10s, and I mean, now I got a shot to win this. So just thank you to Matt O'Brien, Andrew Wisdom, and Caleb Perko. I mean, they're all just great teammates.
No, there you go, buddy. You were down there with Nitro Motorsports, so I'll go ahead and move you back with those same exact teammates that you just mentioned. Good luck, sir. Go get them.
Take care.
You got it. All right, again, that is driver 2 of this Allied Toyota Camry. Man, I'm so used to talking about the Supras and Xfinity and all that. Yeah, Camry here in Cup. All right, chat. Who do y'all have for this 3-lap shootout? Who's it going to be? Is Holtzer going to be able to hold on? Will the Deuce be able to get a great run? Will the 42 be able to go on up there and do something with Holtzer? This will be his second shot. Will the 68 Avril Lavigne machine for Tom Harmon, will he be able to get on up there? He's steadily worked his way up. As well as the 24 of PJ O'Leary. He's in a great spot as well. All right, let's go ahead and clear that info. Pace car is going to be pulling down pit road next time by. And we're going to light these guys free. Will this be the only green-white checker tonight? Who knows? A lot of hungry drivers out here. A lot of people out here with something to prove. Top 5, top 10, definitely stacked. You see Ryan Crooks now sitting out there in P number 8. He's been able to move his way up in that EMGG machine as well. So let's get ready to go back racing. I'll go ahead and bring it back to Barney the Flagman. You see him coming off turns 3 and 4. Pace car's on pit road. Let's go green flag racing. So 442 able to dive underneath. 2-car gonna cut him just a little bit of slack. Great job by him. A little bit of bumper love between the 2 and the 42. That's going to make the 2 grab just a little bit of the wall and a little bit further back. Some guys got a little loose off of 4, And now going in, I'm sorry, off of 2 rather. Now going into the corner, looks like 42 P2, 2 P3, 68 P4. But Avril is hungry. She hasn't had a number. No, I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, this top 4, any one of these guys, I feel, could win it from here. Looks like Caleb Pertko in the back had a little bit of an issue, but so far, no caution. Looks like we're going to race it out. Final lap underway. Let's go ahead and jump on board with Holtzer and kind of take a look back with the man and see what he's got to deal with. Holtzer gets it done for race number 1 in the Shake and Bake Season 1 playoffs here from Darlington. Brendan Book P2, Duncan O'Connor P3, Tom Harmon P4, and PJ O'Leary P number 5. Rock NASCAR out there immediately in chat saying congrats Holtzer. Jacob NASCAR, good win Holtzer as well. And man, what a finish. So yet another win for this 69 Camaro. This will make win number 6 on the season. Let's go ahead and clear this out. Burn them down. The stage is yours, Holtzer. I don't think he can. I was going to say, I don't think he can last all the way back around. But yeah, he's going to go on up there and do what they call an Alan Kulwicki Polish victory lap. Making his victory lap in reverse. That way he can look out the window and wave to all the stands as he goes by. Obviously not here on iRacing. But yeah, in real life, that's what he'd be doing. Waving at the stands, going down this Boeing backstretch. So again, one more time, big congratulations to James Holtzer in this EMGG 69 Camaro. The man is just an absolute iRacing talent. No doubt next year when Road to Pro comes back around, he will try. And I hope he does. All right, guys and gals, so that is going to be it for as far as the racing goes. We're going to go ahead and grab our top 3 in the booth. We're going to chat with them, and yeah, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Well, I'll just first off, I did not cut him some slack. I mean, if he was gonna slide up on me, I mean, I wasn't gonna lift. That's not the time of the race where you lift for that kind of stuff. I mean, he made it clean, so fair play to him. On the last lap there, I might have actually had a chance at taking him on the inside up down the back, but I actually pushed him, hoping that he would try and do some shenanigans into Holtzer. Um, as far as the balance of the car was, it was firing off really tight on new tires because I actually really slapped the wall during the first long run, and my wheel was out of alignment, and it was angled a little to the right, which I think helped keep me a little snug in the long run, which I liked, but not so helpful on the restart. I I love New Hampshire. It's one of my favorite tracks on here. I when we had officials here, I found lots and lots of success. Won an NIS race, a few fixed. Feel really good. And by technicality, it is the closest track to my home in Atlanta, Canada. So, there's a lot of great feelings for me heading into that race. Geez, it's hard being put on the spot for these shoutouts. I usually just have them pre-thought up. Mom and dad, I guess. They're pretty great people. That's about all I can work up right now.
Yeah, overall, I think just a really solid race. I don't think I had like winning speed or anything like that. Especially for the long run, I was just kind of just trying to stay off the wall and keep it going straight. Top two, really good points day. Not one of my best tracks, so I'll take that. Just trying to get smoothly through this first round. But yeah, fun racing there, especially there at the end. I kind of wanted it to go green instead of having a yellow, to be honest, because it made second place a lot easier. I definitely wasn't going to catch James. But yeah, fun battling there with Duncan. I did pull that slide, and he did bump me a little bit, and I was just stuck, and I was expecting him. I had to drive deep into turn 3, so I took the bottom away just to make sure he couldn't get there, and I really parked in the middle and just tried to drive off there at the end, but. All in all, really good race, I think, for me. Just solid and keep on moving.
All right, just same as I mentioned to Duncan, next week we're going to the Magic Mile, New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Very, very flat track. Brakes are going to be a big thing. I know when these next-gen cars first came out, they did not stop worth anything. Have the brakes and the updates gotten any better, or are they about the same? You've just learned to adapt.
Honestly, I haven't noticed a difference with the brakes. I know in pit road they still don't like to stop when you're trying to get in your box. As far as New Hampshire goes, I think when you're racing, it's not a big deal. But it's more so when you're going really slow, trying to get in your box real quick and gain all that time. So I think hopefully New Hampshire's good. It's not one of my best tracks either, so I'm just same result. I'm kind of hoping for just a top 5 finish. Just a solid, clean race.
All right, Brendan. Again, congratulations. You've had a great week all the way around. And I definitely wish you luck moving on, sir.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, Holtzer. Second verse, or sixth verse, same as the first. Sixth win on this inaugural Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series season, and it's at one of the toughest tracks to get it at. You really had to be patient with your throttle points. You had to worry about where you're letting up so you didn't get rear-ended, and you had to work your way through traffic up 13 spots from where you originally qualified. You seem like you almost barely even made it to the race tonight. I think you joined practice with like 5 or 10 minutes to spare, and here you are, man. Another phenomenal race. Walk us through any adversity you had to face, please.
Before we even got to the start-finish line, that's where the adversity started tonight. Somebody appeared to be in first gear on that initial start, which I was really confused by for a 115-lap race. I really don't know, what there is to gain. I think mostly everybody knew how treacherous the setup was short run, and then the switch it would flip on the long run. So it's expecting a little more patience, but actually the last time we were here in PSVS, which was some of the guys, not everybody that was over in this race tonight, but we had a very similar incident, and if it was the Gen 6 car, it would have been a night ender for about half the field, but had about a minute and a half of damage, a good bit on the left side towards the front tire, and the rear was squashed in pretty good. I don't know if it did anything to the spoiler. I really didn't get a chance to look at it, but got some of that fixed. Never really got it actually all fixed the whole race. We were racing about 30-ish seconds of damage. But yeah, the starting position really didn't mean too much, just because I had to come in and fix everything. So we were back to somewhere, I don't know, in the mid-20s, and just kind of had to, ride and stay clean. Pushed kind of hard that run after that, just trying to get some track position back, and the handle really started to go away. So I was really happy to see the caution come out when it did. I think we got up to about 8th or so, and then pitted and gained a couple more spots, and just kind of rode and just kind of waited for people to get loose, and you pretty much just had to wait for somebody to make a mistake and hopefully capitalize. The car rotated very well on the long run, but it rotated too well. So in 3 and 4, you could actually make the bottom work just because of the lack of traction that you had trying to, pull everything off the top side and get the power down. So I was able to make some passes actually rolling the bottom when people were starting to get loose there, and it's kind of how we got back up to, I think, 2nd, and then that whole incident with the beginning of pit road with Hunter Johnson where he spun out. I don't know how I didn't get a passing there, but he must have been over the cone. That happened, and what's his name? Andrew Wisdom was in front of the pace car, so he had a penalty. So that we beat him off pit road, but still kind of got us to the lead either way, and just kind of paced. Kind of burned off our stuff a little bit there, battling Honeycutt. I was just trying to be patient, and we were just kind of swapping battles, and I didn't realize, the first 15-20 laps how hard I was actually pushing until we got to that long run. And Micah, man, that was his race to win. Unfortunately, he just made a minor mistake and got on that bump in 3 and 4, and it's just like he said, he wasn't even really getting loose, but just if you put just a little bit too much throttle down, that was only about 15-20% throttle off 4. If you were anything more than a quarter, you were spinning out, and he caught that, and I actually got it too, but I just kind of saved it a little bit. His really snapped. Mine was just a little lazier, I guess, and I was just able to kind of back it down, especially after I saw he spun. Made that save a little bit easier. But yeah, he was really pushing me, and my stuff was burnt up. I had no right rear grip in the 3. It was really tight center at that point, and then I had, obviously, because I was sliding into the corner on entry, it would just over rotate and was sliding off exit. But held on, got a timely caution, I guess, if you want to call it, just because it was nice to have that security, and then held everybody off there on that long run. And it was nice to be able to just kind of, I don't know, run the pace, I guess, and make our way through, and ran the fastest lap of our race on the last race. So it means we were keeping good pace and just running conservative there at the beginning. And other than the wreck on lap 1, I guess really couldn't ask for anything more other than a better qualifying outing. I hit the wall on my second lap, so well, really didn't get a good lap there for qualifying, but it all worked out.
Well, man, you got it done. Again, your 6th win on the season. This is definitely gonna pad your points lead over everybody else behind you. This is the round of 16. Going, obviously, I believe with this win, it means that you're automatically on to the round of 12, even if you happen to have a bad race, either at New Hampshire or after. But man, congratulations one more time. You never cease to amaze with your car control and the way you're able to maintain your tires and manage your fuel and manage your race pace, manage everything else. I mentioned at the end of this, I'm really looking forward to next season's Road to Pro. I know you're going to try out, and my offer still stands to help you out during those if I'm around. Good job, Holtzer.
I appreciate that, and just a couple quick shout-outs. Thanks to everybody in the league that makes this possible, with Brendan Book and Eliza and Jordan McGraw and John Honeycutt. Thanks to, I believe we're on Roku tonight, correct?
Yes, sir.
Awesome to have the first win ever on Roku for me. I'm so close here a couple times, the 2 truck races we've had, just being right there, but just unfortunate circumstances are very hard racing. So awesome to get the first win here on Roku TV for myself. Shout out to everybody that's on the car and everybody, like I said, that makes this possible. And yeah, we will see everybody next week. It's going to be an interesting set. It's also once again loose off next week, so gonna be tire management again.
There you go. All right, so as Holtzer just said, whether you're watching tonight on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or Roku TV through the Sim Racing channel, please, go back and watch this through the app. The 4K almost makes the cars look real. It's an amazing service. The first 30 days of the service, absolutely free. Second month, like 99 cents, and then $2.99 each month thereafter. But where else can you find all of your sim racing needs, or get that fix? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You can catch, Rick James, Atlanta Racing. You can catch all kinds of POV from Bud Racing 88, Blair Patterson, myself, KS Gaming 51. So many POV, league, community, and club streamers out there. The content will be never ending, and thank you, everybody, one more time. Until next week, we will catch you back. Have a great night.